All right. Here's a story of interest. It's been reported today that a Sergeant Stephanie Moses, face of NYPD, was found dead. And here's a picture of her with President Barack Obama, and it says that here President Barack Obama comforts Sergeant Stephanie Moses after placing a wreath at Ground Zero in the wake of the death of Osama bin Laden. And that's May 5th, 2011. It appears that the young lady had some involvement with the response to the 9/11 terrorist attack. And here's the article.
An NYPD sergeant who was the face of the NYPD on the national stage has apparently committed suicide in her Baldwin home, officials say Tuesday. Stephanie Moses, 40, a member of the NYPD ceremonial unit, an 18-year veteran, was much photographed as she represented the force at public events and stood with high-profile leaders, including President Barack Obama last year at a Ground Zero ceremony.
Right. Now, what sense does it make that a 19-year veteran of the NYPD who was trying to move up the ladder, she's quoted as saying that she was trying to go as high as she could in the NYPD police department, and that she was a people person, and that she likes to help people. What sense does it make that she committed suicide? Because this would be the same thing as with the founder of Violators Records and Violators Management, and 50 Cent's manager, what's his name?
Kevin Lighty?
No. Yeah, no, not Kevin Lighty. It's Chris Lighty.
Chris Lighty.
Who he was supposedly committed suicide, but his family, feels that, it's suspicious. It's not something that Chris Lighty would have done. And here we have a decorated police officer who stood with international leaders, city leaders, and she just commits suicide. Let's continue with the article.
NYPD Commissioner Ray Kelly said she epitomized professionalism. She appears to have taken her own life, Kelly told reporters. We are trying to get to the bottom of it. Everybody is disturbed by what happened. A Nassau police spokeswoman said a call came in at 11:20 a.m. about a suicide in a Baldwin home, but she declined to give details, citing department policy on privacy and suicides. Records show Moses lived on the street where the suicide occurred. Relatives could not be reached for comment. Moses was at the right side of Obama during a Ground Zero ceremony in May 2011, days after he announced Osama bin Laden's death in a U.S. raid in 2007. After 2 auxiliary officers were killed in a Greenwich Village shooting rampage, Moses wore a $500 bullet-resistant vest to help Mayor Michael Bloomberg announce the $3.3 million rollout of vests to volunteer officers. The daughter of a retired NYPD detective, Moses was born in Jamaica, Queens, and sworn into the force February 25, 1994. After graduating from a 2-year program run by the NYPD and the City University of New York, the Cadet Corps recruited college-educated officers who reflected the ethnic populations they would serve. Early in her career, she worked with domestic violence victims at their 113th precinct in South Jamaica. In a 1994 Newsday profile, Moses said, "My goal is to go as high in the department as I can. I enjoy helping people, listening to their problems, and helping to solve them. I am a people person and get along with people of all ethnicities and background.
All ethnicity. All ethnicities.
Excuse me.
Sounds like me with formaldehyde.
Ethnicities and backgrounds, because that's how I was brought up. In his statement, Kelly sent his condolences to Moses' family and friends, saying she was on so many occasions the face of the NYPD on the national stage as well as routinely at police ceremonies. She epitomized professionalism in her appearance, conduct, and dedication to duty.
Wow, and this is an article that appears in Newsday today, and it's been covered by media all over the country. What are the chances of a decorated officer who's the face of the NYPD, whose aspirations were to move up as a people person to help people, stood with our president? She's dead. She an apparent of a supposedly an apparent suicide, but we don't want to speculate, but this is sad. This is sad, and we would hope that an investigation is most definitely underway. Prayers go out to all of her family and friends, and it's just a sad day in America, you guys.
And I mean, this is like the second real high profile suicide that we've seen in the past couple weeks. And I think somebody of her stature, young, 40, at the top of her game and going higher.
Right.
The other one was the Kansas City Chiefs football player.
Right.
And it's like, these things it's an eye opener. So if you got loved ones out there, I mean, they may be in a stressful job or situations. Talk to them. Tell them you love them. You never know what condition a person may be in, and just keep your eyes open, y'all, and
follow us at
Zed World, and we're on Twitter. And like us on Facebook.
Peace.